Hi, welcome back channel, TrainStation2. Alright, we got first and the fourth competitions, and of course we created a very huge gap here. As usual, you know by now, this is the fourth competition. Apparently, you got to do that EP head start. So make sure you have those EP head start with you. So I'm really lucky. We have the 100 EP head start. Is definitely a tremendous gap that we could create from the onset. So looking at the amount to be delivered, it is not exorbitant. 100 EP, you just need 60 of the event items. So relatively very reasonable as compared to the 25 or 35 EP kind of job that you will be delivering hundreds of items and just for a very tiny bit of the EP. So the advantage of basically unlocking that legendary train job that gave you 100 EP is the game changer. So I really hope you could as soon as possible claim your legendary. There are two legendaries. One, if you have been saving all the EP, actually all the event keys, you will be able to exchange for the 4,000 event keys legendary by now. The other one will take a bit of effort in winning competitions. If you win 3 competitions, that will attain 900 event coins, and probably you will work hard in those mini challenges to attain the remaining 100 event coins. By now, if you manage to win the fourth one, even the first 3 plays, you should be able to claim that 1000 event coin legendary. So the other train you should be working on, and what I'm also working on right now, is the epic train. That will cost you 2500 event keys. So it is difficult you later on you'll witness it. I'm stuck by 2 jobs which ask for the epic train, which I do not have. So I'm only left with 2 jobs, but lucky me, I've created a 1200 EP gap at that moment. I'm not worried at all in losing competition. So that is really a blessing in disguise in that concern, that this EP or the dual EP jobs ask, the epic jobs ask only at the tail end of the competition. So at the onset, you can see here we have created almost 80 EP gap, all thanks to the 100 EP job that I have saved up for EP head start. Then again, I think the 75 capacity legendary train, which is the current capacity, I've upgraded that legendary to, would bring in a lot of that raw materials that is really required, the tombstone. So that make a huge difference, because every time now I could get a 75 capacity legendary and a 50 capacity legendary out. So it's additional 125 in addition to the batch trains of 5 numbers that we have. So that's a game changer as well. So every 15 minutes I can rip in lots of tombstones, which you know is really difficult to gather if you do not have such high capacity trains. So again, there are also higher EP jobs at 75 EP, and all thanks to the 2 legendaries, I could complete them very fast. So all this makes a huge difference. And of course, if you could afford it, some time and some materials, you should always do your union jobs, because the union jobs brings in union dollars. Union dollars is relatively important, especially in the first 3 competitions, which I'll use them a lot to boost the capacity of my batch trains. So I do not use them on a 4th competition at all. In this 4th competition, I don't spend a single gem. I don't use union dollars, neither do I use anything that is required to win competition. So always focus on the first 3 competitions. Once you win it, you are almost done with it. The remaining 3 competitions are basically gathering or resources as much as possible, because even you win, you are just gathering parts. The other thing about this mini challenge here, or mini game here, you really have to play it every time it's available, because it gives good rewards, including some event coins. So you make sure you do this every time when it's available. There's a reward path as well. So every time there's a reward given for everything, one that is completed, as well as you progress through the event path, the mini challenge event path here. So make sure you do that. Although initially it may be a bit tough, but gradually once you get hang of it, it's not that difficult to solve that puzzle. So those puzzle games are relatively important. All right, you got a glimpse of just now the 2 locks, which are both the epic jobs that I do not have. So this 28 minutes left, I created almost 1100 to 1200 EP gap that I'm not worried about. But of course, you can see very strong competitor indeed, about 1025, and this is 861 level. So really fortunate to have that two legendary that make the huge difference. Otherwise, it's not possible to win this. Epic Train, saving up, still savings, probably by the tail end or probably the sixth competition that has chance of getting the Epic Train out. So something to think about whether what I wanted. So again, I'm going to play this Real Builder, which is a mini game that I really love right now because it gave good rewards and sometimes a bit challenging, but just give a bit of thinking thought to it, and just make note that there's no time, so just make sure you make the correct prediction before you make that actual move, because sometimes one mistake will cost you about 3 or 4 turns. So that's something you got to bear in mind. All right, this is getting a bit tough though. All right, the concentration here. All right, so once I'm done with this, I think that's the end of this video. I really thank you for your patience and as usual support in watching my video. Anytime you need any help, just put in the comments. I'll try my best to answer them to my best ability. Sometimes if I don't, then I'm not sure as well. But nonetheless, I doubt I can't answer any questions about TrainStation2 unless it's a bit technical. Then I'll leave it you to put a ticket into Pixel Federation. Otherwise, anything about the gameplay, feel free to ask me. All right, so at this juncture we got first, and we created a huge gap here, you can see, and definitely like I said, all this 300 event coin will just be claiming parts. I'm really fortunate we have claimed a good number of that legendary parts, which I'm really lacking of. I'm going to upgrade my train to 80 capacity right now, so that makes a huge difference, i.e. one legendary train I could complete that 100 EP job. So that's a really huge difference I'm going to make in the 5th competition itself. And then I'm going to saving up for this, which is the mini challenge. Did not collect it beforehand, and now I think I can all the way to go to the top. So let's check out the ranking again. I should be ranking 1. Alright, so hopefully we manufacture more from the event factory and we get a bit more rewards from there. Meanwhile, just bear in mind again, you got to process your thoughts in winning competition by working out what's best for you in terms of resource prioritization, i.e. What to create first and when to send out dispatches and whatnot. All these are relatively important. So this whole TrainStation2 game is about resource prioritization and planning. So that makes it a bit more interesting as compared to just a mundane game. But they throw in some mini challenge here and there. All right, thank you so much for watching. Do like and subscribe, and all the best to you for the remaining 2 competitions.